Okay, hello everybody. My name's Hester and I'm here from Newark Heritage Barge. That's quite an act to follow. I think the last speaker showed a lot of the aspirations we have at Newark Heritage Barge. I'm here today with Les Reed, who's the project lead, who sat at the front with a hat on. He'll be taking questions later. And we've come over from Newark today to give you this presentation. So this is the Newark Heritage Barge. It's actually called the Leicester Trader. It's a dumb barge that was built 60 years ago. It's 82 foot long and 11 foot wide and used to carry a range of goods such as wood, gravel and paper along the Trent. And the aim of our work is to create a floating heritage centre about the history of the River Trent. The River Trent is actually the only river that doesn't have a heritage centre dedicated to it. So what we're doing, we're also one of the only heritage centre that will be floating. Well, we are floating, basically. So what I'm here to do today is to tell you a bit about our educational heritage resource pack. I brought a copy with us, which you can also download from the internet. And I'll leave it outside in the showroom out there with Mary and Albert, who are our mannequins who have come for the trip as well today. So this Heritage Pack was funded through Heritage Lottery Fund. And the aim and the primary aim of our work is to get people back in touch with the history of their river, particularly the industrial heritage of the River Trent. So we worked with a lady called Maggie Morland, who's actually based in Leicestershire, who is fabulous education workshop leader and consultant who developed this pack with us around the history. And I'm just going to take you through some of the activities that she developed. As I mentioned, the pack here starts off with history of the Trent, information pages, a number of interesting facts, images that can be used, a range of activities that school teachers can use in the classroom before coming to visitors, or if they can't get because of the time of year, and then goes on to activities that we run on board the barge itself. So I will take you on board and we'll start with one of the first activities. So in each case, each activity links to Key Stage 4 and has been particularly designed to incorporate the science or geography or different elements. And here we're doing floating and sinking with the children, where they have to find out how many pennies it takes to sink a sardine can. And then they do the exercise again with salt water. We have another activity which is about life on board, and like the gentleman before us, it's amazing how you kind of get dragged into different roles. There's Les on the tiller there, and me and Maddie dressed up as children, and you'll see the costumes outside as well. And then on board, the children dressing up. This is one of the most popular activities that we run. It's a story about a brother and sister who lived on the barge. And yeah, the hat is particularly popular, I can say, and was hand-stitched by Dorothy, one of our volunteers. But yeah, they do enjoy getting dressed up. Now then, I'm going to show you the next activity, which is about knot tying, as a sort of word of warning to you all, really. Never do this activity with 30 kids. You can't get 30 kids or even 5 adults because as the committee, we have also tried to do this activity with Les to tie any of these knots. You can get them to get themselves in a knot, but yeah, quite funny and pretty chaotic. But a good activity if it would work, but virtually impossible to explain, I would say. So moving on then, we go on to pull your own weight, where Les will ask perhaps one of the bigger members of the school group to try and lift the weight on his own, and then get one of the smallest members of the class to lift the weight with the pulleys. And here they are having a go on board the barge. We also developed a working lock model, which we take to stalls and stands as well as use as part of the education pack. So you can see actually how a lock works, and we've got tiny little models which float through the locks itself. We haven't brought that today, but yeah, it's another one of our activities. And here is a class actually on board engaging in one of our education workshops. So you can see pretty much the sort of size we're dealing with. It is quite a massive space, and we've got lots of aspirations to put in more interpretation, to do a drama as well and film that about life on board, and to have interactive screens throughout the barge itself. This has generated quite a lot of publicity. We have a great relationship with our local paper, the Newark Advertiser, and this was the Young Archaeologists Club from Newark and Sherwood who came to visit us, and there's a couple of them and their story. So I'm on to my last slide already, so I've been fairly quick, I think. But we just wanted to come and give you a bit of a taste about what we're about. And lastly, say, please come and visit us and have a look at our website. If you'd like to download the pack, the website details are on our leaflet, which is in the main room next to Mary and Albert. So pick one up, have a look at the education pack, flick through if you want any ideas, or if you want indeed Maggie's contacts. She's a very participative consultant, so basically sat down with Les and ourselves and talked about what we wanted to do and what we wanted to develop and how that could meet with the curriculum itself. So both of us will be up here in a bit for questions, but thank you very much for your time.